Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Thought I'd do a video right quick. All right, man, if you look at what's going on with Jermall Charlo and Jermall Charlo, at the end of the day, their performance got them at least in the top 10 as far as I'm concerned. Hey, if you don't think they in the top 10 according to you, well, basically I don't give a fuck. They in my top 10, so who gives a rat's ass what you think? But nevertheless, it was a great performance by the Charlo brothers. I think they performed very well against their prospective opponents. You know, at the end of the day, man, people ain't never gonna be satisfied with a victory by certain fighters. It don't matter who they fight. But you know, it is what it is. It is kind of funny. Didn't I tell you when I made that video calling out Triple G, and when people see what I had to say, that, you know, if you don't call out Triple G for fighting the type of dudes he fighting, then at the end of the day, you showing who you are. You know, I have to keep this shit balanced. I got to keep people honest. I don't care whether I'm friends with them or not, or cool with them or not. And as I told you, I don't fuck with everybody. I'm just keeping this shit thorough. I'm just keeping it 100, man. I'm just giving this shit from my perspective, nobody else's. But I already told you this about Triple G. Triple G has got a complete pass for not fighting Jermall Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. And to a certain degree, so is Canelo. Now, I want to say to you Canelo fans, if you think he could beat Demetrius Andrade, who fights on the zone, why hasn't this fight been made? And I'm going to tell you right now, after what I saw on Saturday, Jermall Charlo would give Canelo fits. He would. And see, the thing is with Canelo, Jermall would make Canelo fight from beginning to end. And Canelo isn't as light on his feet as people make him out to be. Now, he can move around, but he's not bouncy. And I really think that Canelo might panic if he can't hurt Jermall, and I don't think he hits hard enough to hurt Jermall. I'm just keeping it, Jermall. You know, you dealing with twins, so sometimes you get their names mixed up. So, at the end of the day, I really don't think Canelo can hurt Jermall. Canelo isn't the hardest puncher in boxing, okay? Let's just keep it 100. That Sergey Kovalov shit, you could take it for however you want. You could say I'm hating and all that. Once again, ask me, do I give a rat's ass? I'm just keeping it 100. Canelo been ducking both Charlo brothers since they were at 154. And Jermall is the most credible opponent for Canelo to fight. But you know, Canelo goes up and down between 160 and 175. Now, if he plans to stay at 168, then by all means. But at the end of the day, this is a fight that can be made. But we all know the politics involved. Look, I'm going to just keep it 100. It's the reason why Oscar didn't make those fights. Oscar don't like Canelo's chances against Jermall or Demetrius Andrade, which I think Canelo have a better chance at beating Andrade than he do with Jermall based off what I saw. Because Jermall is tough, rugged, and he is willing to go to war. Now, you hear this myth about Mexican style and black fighters run and all that shit. Well, like I told you, I guarantee you Jermall not going to run. I guarantee you that Jermall will slug it out. He's willing to slug it out with Canelo. And see, I think if one thing I noticed about Canelo, sometimes if you land a hard shot on him, he called himself try to get his lick back. And like I say, that would play right. When I say that would play right into Jermall's hands, and I think Jermall is the stronger fighter. Like I said, he's resilient. He will come all night. People keep talking about, oh, Canelo is a little more polished. Look, at the end of the day, styles make fights. And I think Jermall's style is going to be very difficult for Canelo. I think it would be difficult for Canelo to deal with. And it's no guarantee that he wins that fight. Now, I know people going to say, oh, well, Jermall got offered a contract to fight Canelo years ago, and Al didn't. Well, maybe not. Well, what about now? How much is that fight worth now? If Canelo was trying to become a legend or become one of the best to lace him up, why not fight Andrade? You beat Andrade, you beat Jermall. You know, what can people say? And if you beat him on the up and up, if it's no funny business, if it's not no warped decision, if it's a fair decision where you just outbox him and you win fair and square, it ain't no politics involved, then yeah. But if it's some funny shit, then no, you're not going to get credit. But I've said this before. After what I saw on Saturday, Jermall is a very difficult fight for Canelo. He is big, he is strong, and he can hit. He can hit. And he doesn't get tired. And we know there's been times in fights where Canelo has lost his win. So it makes for a very interesting fight. Now, I know you Canelo fans. I know some of you Canelo fans, and particularly the Mexican ones, going to come here talking that shit about, oh, Canelo will smoke Charlo. Okay, well, let's see. Let's make the fight. Let's get this fight done. Let's set this fight up for some time in January. You know what I'm saying? A joint pay-per-view venture. It can be done. It is what it is. So I'm just keeping it 100, man. Jermall is a big threat to Canelo. Whether people like it or not, whether his fans like it or not, he's a threat to Canelo. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.